Hiya. I'm back today with day 5 of the 31 Days of Tarot by Effany. And today's question is, what has the tarot taught me between 2010 and 2019, or what did it teach me? Well, I started with the tarot, it was about 1982 when I bought my first deck. So it's quite a long time ago now. And since then, it was The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Cannon Reid. And since then, there's been so many different decks come out and so many different styles and, more understanding into the astrological, numerological and the symbols and everything. So I think the progression, especially in the last 10 years, has been really, really big. There's been so much more to learn about, so much more to go into. The decks given so many different aspects to each meaning and, the colours, everything about it. So I've learned and continuing to learn a lot. But what it's taught me personally is what I really want to talk about. I've written some notes because I'm not good memory wise. I mean, it's taught me how to trust in my own intuition and go with my own instincts and things about how I feel and what I'm doing and everything. Sorry, my son's just come downstairs and thought he was going to sing. Shh. That's all right, he's just standing there looking at me now. Yeah, after singing, coming down the stairs. But now, so has taught me sort of how to trust in what I feel myself and how to go forward with that. What are you doing? No, you're not putting the kettle on. You can just wait 5 minutes, please. No, I'm not making you one. You can do it in a minute on your own. Goodbye. Bye. All morning. I've been doing things in here. Nobody's come down. Nobody said they want coffee. Nothing. And then as soon as I start, they want to boil the kettle and put on the washing machine and everything else. Anyway, back to where I was. It's also taught me to care for myself. It's taught me about self-care and preservation and what I need, how to look into things that bother me and that go deeper within me, like problems and things. It's taught me that the problem isn't just what you see on the surface. A problem is what's underneath what you see. And to solve that problem, you've got to look underneath and see what other aspects come into that, to heal or to make a decision or whatever. It's been quite profound for me to do that, and working with the ancestors and things has been really, really good for me too. It's taught me so much. I can't really bring it all into one video or think about it, because sometimes as you sit there you'll think, oh yeah, cards. When I pulled the cards for myself this morning, now I know what they were talking about. Because sometimes when you pull a card you think, or personally I do, I'll pull a card in the morning and I'll have asked a question and I think, well, that had no relevance to what I asked. But then when it comes to the evening time, or when I reflect back on that card, yeah, that's right. And I'll see it for what it is. And as my friend Patsy on Mystical Moves, and she's just done hers, and she was saying that about the whitewashing of some cards, and I think that's so easy to do, because some things we don't want to face. We don't, we've seen it and we're like, oh right, well that could mean, instead of taking it for what it actually means, you like Yeah, well, that could mean, but, so to learn to take things as it is, it might be a smack in the face, it might be something awful and something that we don't want to face, but the cards are only doing what we're asking of them. They're only telling us it as it is, and we've got to face what they say. If we don't want to know what they say, then the easiest thing is not to ask the question in the first place, which is what I've learned. I've also learned that you can't please everybody, because by doing readings and things, I don't know what you're talking about. That's got nothing to do with anything at the time, and that people are hard to please. People like us don't want to hear some things. As a lot of readers, I don't talk about health or other people if they want to know about a third person who's not there or things like that. I won't. There's no way that I will even touch that. I learned that the hard way with a best friend, and that was when I first sort of started. And when you're reading everything straight from the book and you're trying to put it into what you think rather than what it's actually saying, and if you tell them something that they don't want to hear. This was about a boyfriend, and he didn't want to hear that, and like, no, it's wrong, it's a load of rubbish, I don't want to hear that. And true to the cards, a couple of weeks later, they'd split up and blah blah blah, and the cards were correct. So you can't please everybody, and there's no point trying. You've just got to be true to who you are, and they've taught me that as well. Be true to myself. My beliefs are my beliefs, my path is my path, and it's nobody else's. And they've taught me that as well. And to look at life from different angles, to see things what are around me, to acknowledge signs that I see, things that I hear, because they all mean something, all of them, all the little signs that you see, and you think, oh, you might see a feather, you might see, I don't know, a little robin. Robins to me are spiritual, are spirits. I use a pendulums, I use ghost boxes, I use all manner of things. And, robins to me are the spirits just coming by to say hello, and that, we're not alone, and they're with us. And to appreciate everything that's around. The flowers, the sun, the moon, the sea, the rain, the snow, the wind, the birds, the foxes, everything. To appreciate everything that is around us, people that are around us as well. The tarot has also helped me with anxiety. It's helped me to build confidence. It's helped me to connect with people, to meet more people, especially like now through YouTube as well, because way back we didn't have any of this, or and I felt not alone, but on my own, if you know what I mean. It's also taught me not to feel inferior to others. Not to look at people and think, oh, you're better at reading that than me. You're better at predicting what that card says than me. And, to not feel inferior. I do things my way. Other people do things their way. But it doesn't make either of us inferior. Other people's opinions doesn't make them less of a person, because my opinions are different. And they've taught me that acceptance, acceptance of myself, acceptance of others, and acceptance of situations. It's also taught me to trust in myself. Trust what I believe, trust what I see as true, trust what I actually see, and trust what the cards tell me, and when they tell me it, and not to be wavered by outside influences, to trust myself. So the tarot for me, to round it up, has been one of the biggest and best learning tools that I have ever had in my life, and will continue to be, because I learn every single day. Every video I watch, I learn something. Every pack of cards I open, I learn something. Every book I read, I learn something. Every time I walk out my door, I learn something. So to me, a part of myself is learning, and the tarot has taught me how to do that and not judge myself. So I hope that sums some of the things up that I want to say. So have a good day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.